Bon dia. You may notice Maria's not sitting next to me. Well, I have a full episode for you, but apparently when I pressed the record button, I didn't press it correctly. I didn't record the video for this podcast, so it's audio only. So, thanks for your patience. Enjoy the laugh. We'll see you again soon. Thanks. Enjoy.
Welcome to Married to Portuguese. On each episode, my English-Irish husband, Bob, and I discuss and laugh about our life and adventures in the Portuguese culture.
Bon dia.
Bon dia.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. We're back.
We're back with 100 apologies. We're so sorry. It has been crazy spring. Well, the year's been busy, but spring's been
especially
busy.
Yeah, for whatever reason. Well, we had Easter, we had Mother's Day, we had family stuff. It was nonstop. But you don't need to know all that stuff. All we need to know is we're back. We're back. Yes. And it's great how we've received messages like, is everything okay? We've missed you.
Everything's fine. We're sorry.
Fine. And I know some of you have your dinner on Sunday or lunch or whatever, and after that you watch us. I know there's some people that it's part of their weekend to watch our episodes. So good news. We're back doing them. So it's awesome.
We are back. It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does.
Editing takes a bit of time. And then the one weekend that we kind of had free to do this, we filmed a video of you making rice pudding.
Oh, that's right.
And
that's right.
Rinsing rice.
Yes.
Which you would think is simple, but it took much longer it's pilot error, but it just took a while to put that together. So
and that was rinsing rice. I mean, who knew there was a whole bunch of people who were like, I never, it always comes up, in my thing of any dish that I make with rice, and I always say rinse, or if you're making rice pudding, rinse and soak, and people were like, oh, I've never rinsed and I'm still here today, so I'm never going to rinse. Well, it's up to you. I just showed you why you should, but
I don't know scientifically if it's right or not, but I just know I'd rather have rinsed rice than not rinsed rice.
Correct. Because we showed how dirty it can be. So, and there's traces of arsenic too in rice. I didn't even go there.
Unless you're an owl, arsenic's bad for you.
Yeah, we don't. Mm-mm.
No. So, all right. Well, here's what's new. Since we last spoke, the trip to the mainland
sold out.
Wine is sold out and closed. So Thank you, everybody who signed up for
so looking forward
that.
to it.
Looking forward to that. And then the dates for the São Miguel trip in October.
Yeah. We're halfway full already.
And halfway full in a week and a half. So if you're subscribing to the newsletter, you were the first to find out. And I think that went out on like Friday, and we withheld it from the general public till Tuesday. So we gave a couple of days for the newsletter.
Yeah, I took care of you guys first.
To get the lead.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. That was really hard for you to book.
It was hard. Just because how popular São Miguel is right now, and Azores in general, but especially São Miguel. São Miguel, Terceira, those are the two main ones, but São Miguel especially. And it's not just us here from the United States or Canada going. It is all of Europe is going. And so we're competing with everybody from Europe who takes a month off for vacation as well. And I wanted to do it sooner, but it is what it is,
And, we're competing for limited hotel rooms and limited seats on the plane. And, we're trying to get space for 30 people. It's not like we need, 1 or 2 rooms. We need 20 rooms, 25 rooms.
Right.
So anyway, that's really exciting.
Yes, it is.
Back with your partners from PBS Travel and
AAA and PBS. Yeah, we're still doing it with PBS and the travel club, as well as with AAA. And this will be my fourth one. My fourth one. And each time I've gone, I've always had to tweak it a little. So for those that have gone the first time and they thought, it's always going to be like that. Well, So even those that had gone last year with me, this year there's some new places and some new things that we're going to be doing. So I'm really excited.
I hope to go. I don't know. I'm trying to work out the scheduling for
Right.
work, but I'd like to go.
Yeah. So if he can go, he'll come along with. But if not, it's
You're going to have to find somebody else to carry your suitcase.
me.
Suitcases.
Suitcases. Yeah, me. No, I only take one suitcase. If I need to have laundry done, I have the hotel. I have the hotel do laundry if I need to. Or oh my goodness, if I say that out loud with family there, they'd be so upset at me. Why would you use their laundry service? You just let me know and I'll do the laundry, which I get that a lot too. If you need anything, we're there, which is wonderful. But I don't like, interfering and having them do more work for me. So, but
so the fall is going to be busy.
Yes.
A couple of trips.
Well, we also have our wedding. We have a wedding this year. We have our third daughter getting married this summer. So that'll be wonderful.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful.
Busy planning for
the shower, the wedding. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when we come off of all that, then we're going to go on trips.
Yep. So, and then you've been spending all of your time completing book 2.
Yes.
And the editing just takes a lot of time. And it's not, the book's written and edited. What we're going through are the galleys now to make sure that that it prints correctly.
Right.
Because every time somebody touches it, something happens.
Correct.
Even if you're copying and pasting.
Right.
Spaces end up in weird places.
Right. And that's it. It's spaces, it's periods, it's quotation marks. It's like little things that are just off, but things need to be.
It looks terrific, though.
It does.
It really looks terrific. So, I mean, safely by the end of summer.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully sooner, but definitely by the end of summer.
Yep.
Because once it goes to the printer, it's 6 to 8 weeks before we receive it.
Correct. And then it goes off to the distributor and then goes everywhere. And it'll be the same thing. It'll go off. It'll be available on Amazon. It'll be available. I don't see why Barnes & Noble won't pick it up again because they've done it before. And then it'll go out to all the small shops, all the gift shops, all the little mom and pop, bookshops and stores throughout the U.S.
And we'll be selling signed copies off of
and we'll be signing
AzoreanGreenbean.com.
Yes, that'll be the only way you can get signed copies in the beginning before we start doing some book tours that we have planned. But it's going to have to be done in between a lot of things. So we might not do a specific book tour until maybe the end of the year, beginning of the next year. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. One way or another, I know I'm going to be going to different parts of the U.S. as well as hopefully back to Canada again to do one there. So
just more things to coordinate.
Oh, yeah. Because in Canada, we did it at the Ingram Indigo bookstores and chapters.
They were great.
They were wonderful.
Great people.
So we'll be back. God willing, we'll be back doing that and seeing people that we haven't seen in a while up in Canada. It'll be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So we're doing that, and then you've been baking, and you've actually been cooking a lot lately.
I have.
Not always Portuguese, but you've been cooking a lot.
No, I have. I really have. I go through spurts. I really do. There's things where I stick to the basics, and I keep doing the basics. And doing the same kind of thing. And I think we all get into a rut. We do. We all get into a rut. And then we went to an Indian restaurant. And while we were there, we're talking to, of course, I can't just, go to a restaurant and just start, I need to know where they're from, how did it all start, all of these things. So then I found out that the family who's running it, who bought it, who are doing this, they were from Goa. And as we all know, the Portuguese colonized Goa at one time. And so his name was Alfonso. I'm like, you can't get any more Portuguese than the name Alfonso. And so it was neat to be able to talk about, their way of cooking, you know, their ingredients and all that stuff. So Bob has now become the
curry man,
the curry guy, and I've been making naan. I've been making the breads to go with
from
it.
scratch.
From scratch. And because you can't just do it, you know, I can't go out in the store and just buy naan. No, I have to make it. Yeah. And I have to make things harder, you know, but it's so easy to make. And his chicken curry is really good. And you did chickpea curry too, which was good too. So we've been just, we've been cooking up a storm.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, I've got apples. Let me make apple turnovers. Oh, okay, let me do.
Which came out really good.
Yeah, it came out really good. Just for whatever reason. I mean,
a lot. Well, you like to cook to relax.
I do.
And
yeah, I do.
Stressful few weeks.
It's been busy, stressful.
So
yeah,
it's done that.
Yeah.
So that's new. We got some questions. My citizenship is right where it was at the end of the year. Has not moved a step. I'm surprised. I thought it was.
I thought so.
There's like 7 official steps on the website. I'm at 4. I've been at 4 for like 8 months now. And I thought I'd be at the 5th step.
By now.
Whatever that is.
And we're getting into summer. And what happens in Portugal during the summer is everything stops pretty much. Or it's not pretty much stops, but goes at an even slower pace because everyone takes a month off. And so...
And then we had lunch with friends who said that the Portuguese government is looking at like mandating 4-day work week for government workers. That'll slow it down even
further.
So, you know, the attorney said it could take 6 years, and we're somewhere in year 3 at this point.
Yeah, so we might have 3 more years to go. I know. It'll happen. It'll happen. And for those of you out there that are trying to do the same, and you're not doing it through marriage, but through, you know, family, you might get it faster.
Yeah, maybe you'll have a different experience.
Yeah. And so keep plugging along. Don't give up. Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah.
So with that going on, and let's see, my study of the language has stalled out. I just haven't, I don't have the time. I haven't made the time. It just kind of fell off the table, so I need to pick that back up.
You're still listening to Portuguese music because I hear it.
I like it, but...
Yeah, I keep hearing the not fado so much, but it is fado that you're hearing.
Yes, but it's fado for the kids. It's a little different. I really like Claudia Pascal.
Okay.
So she's got a different take on it, but there are different Portuguese singers that I like that kind of fall outside of fado. Maybe more Portuguese top 40. I don't know.
Because he said, I can't remember now the word the other day, but he said something in Portuguese, and I went, what? Did you just say that in Portuguese? And he did it. He did a good job. He did a good job. He really did. I was very proud of him. I was very proud of him. Very proud of you, sweetie. Very proud.
Great. I managed to say one word, and it was the right one.
It was the right word. Yeah, it was.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then yesterday, we're filming this. Yesterday, I had my honorary degree.
That's right. Yes.
I had my honorary degree given. You know, I mean, what did you think of it? What did you think of the whole day?
Well, it was wonderful. You know, I like the energy of a graduation. You've got the students who've worked so hard. Can't say kids because it's a mixed group now.
Yeah.
But you get the energy of the students who've worked so hard, and you know, whether they are young adults or full-on adults, you know, it's a sacrifice. You're choosing to go to school over other things.
Yeah.
And to reach this point is great.
Yeah.
And so for you to be recognized and included in that is really, really terrific. I'm quite proud of you.
Oh, thank you. You know, when they reached out to me, and I've said this before, I don't know if I have, I'm repeating myself, but I got the call from the president of the college, and she wanted me to hold on so I could speak to the president. And so I said, well, like, what is this all about? She goes, oh, we'd like to talk to you about, giving you an honorary degree, but, President Douglas will talk to you more about it. And I'm like, are you sure you have the right person? I think you called the wrong person. I'm sorry, but I think you've got the wrong person. And she goes, oh, no, you're Maria Lawton, aren't you? I'm like, yes, I am. She goes, oh, no, we've got the right person. So then when she puts me on hold, and then President Laura Douglas picks up the phone, and so she's like, Maria, and I said, yes, this is Maria. And so she starts laughing, and she goes, oh, my assistant just told me what you told her, and yes, we've got the right person, it's you, and all that. So yesterday, in the middle of all this, Bob and I show up, we have to get there at 9:30 in the morning, or before, because you had police letting you could go in a certain way, if not, whatever. You had to park in a certain spot, you had to, all of these things. And so we get there, and of course, I don't know anyone. I have no idea. But I walked in like I was walking into a family or friends gathering, because they were all like, Maria, you're here, yay, whatever. And it was like, oh, Maria, congratulations. Oh, Maria, I know all about you. Oh, what? It was very sweet. It was very sweet, and I'm completely at awe of everything that they do, and then speaking with some of the professors and the deans of especially the culinary part of it, and how they want me to come back and work with some of their students and talk about certain things and all. It's just I can see that relationship continuing, because they absolutely get it. They absolutely get the need to preserve, the need to we're from the South Coast, and we're very there's certain things that happen here that might not happen in other parts of the country, and I'm well aware of the ins and outs of the South Coast, because that is where I grew up and still live in, and it's it'll be a nice thing to do. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, community colleges in our area are really just a great value.
Yes,
and really are part of the community.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely,
the people who are attending, whether it's during the daytime or nighttime, adults going back to school
or online,
they are people in the community. They're not going to leave. They're not going away. And tuition is very affordable, and they teach you what you need to know.
Right.
And it's in competition to get into the programs, whether it's some of the healthcare programs.
Oh, it's high.
The computer programs, so you've got really smart people, and you've got really smart professors with great backgrounds in, private industry, and coming back to teach because that's what they're passionate about. So, it's a great honor to be.
Yeah, it was a great honor.
It
really was. It really was.
So it was a nice day, and it was. I think it was really well organized. Tough conditions because it was
raining.
We had weather.
We
were under a roof. But outdoors, so it was open air, but under a roof.
Yeah,
and they made the best of it because there was so much energy from all of the.
No, it was really wonderful.
Yes, that was a really fun day.
Yeah, and something I never, ever, ever, ever expected. I never expected. So now I have a honorary degree. I have an honorary associate's degree from Bristol Community. So, which is nice.
That's very nice.
It's very nice. Yeah.
They didn't let you keep the robe, though.
No, I had. Oh my goodness, they gave
so much for Halloween.
Oh.
You have to rent one for Halloween.
No, you know how all our daughters, and you, I mean, we've all of the graduations and stuff, and all our daughters, and all the caps and gowns, and the regalia, whatever, that you have to get, with it. And so when I showed up, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to open up a bag, and my gown is going to be folded up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, where am I going to press it? That kind of thing, because that's how I had to do it for all of our girls. And so they're like, oh, no, we pressed it already. It's a different kind of gown. And I'm like, it's a different kind of gown. She goes, oh yeah, you're with, what is it called? The people that were all the president and all the you're going to be on the platform.
Dignitary.
Yes, I was on the platform. So I was not wearing a regular gown. It was like this beautiful cloth gown with like this thing that draped and went behind my back. And then there was like these velour stripes and velour coming down. I mean, it was...
You were draped in velour.
I was draped in velour. And so it was a beautiful gown. And of course, thank goodness I wore my jacket underneath. I had a nice, I was bundled up underneath that.
Layers.
Yes, because it was, for May, it was raw. It was raw. It was all chilly. But, nonetheless, it was a beautiful day.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was terrific.
Yeah. And then I've heard from people who graduated or their children graduated and they were there. And so I got a lot of, "Hey, Maria," as I'm walking in with everybody, and I've had some people send me photos, like, "I took a photo of you," whatever. I wanted to come closer, but I couldn't. And I'm like, "You should have." There was anyone could have come over and, whatever. But it was nice. It was very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Okay, so congrats to all the graduates.
Yes,
2024.
All graduates out there.
And now we're coming up on Memorial Day. So
yeah.
Busy.
Yeah, and then it's planting. We haven't even planted. It's been too cold. I'm like, I want to plant so bad. But we will. We'll get to it eventually, like all of you. But I'm looking at the time. We have gone over time. This is usually, we are out and done by like 13 minutes, and I think we're up to 20 now.
We've blown the budget.
We blow the budget. We can't do any more in this month.
All right, we better stop this one.
All right, guys.
All right, before the union goes into overtime.
Union? We have union?
I wish we did.
I didn't pay my dues.
I'm signing out. Thanks. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'd love to hear your ideas for topics. Ciao.